All right, good afternoon, everybody. Time right now is 3:31 on this Thursday, your Friday Eve, as a weekend is fast approaching, right? Coming off of the long holiday weekend, of course, and here we are sitting at 80 degrees with another beautiful day today. Sunshine mixed with clouds, a nice breeze out of the south. Dew points starting to creep up a bit, but they're still in the 50s, which is making for just a nice afternoon. But that southerly breeze is out ahead of a front, and it's going to bring up our dew points, and eventually that front will bring us perhaps a few showers as we go into the overnight tonight. So, this is actually yesterday's headlines that I have up here when I said nice again tomorrow, meaning today. Having said that, tomorrow is going to be more humid, but if you like that summertime feel, tomorrow is going to be nice again, because any showers that we do get are going to be moving in overnight tonight. Then tomorrow and Saturday, both days look humid. We have those showers overnight tonight. And then on Saturday, it still looks like we'll be dealing with showers, downpours, maybe a few thunderstorms late in the day on Saturday and as we go into the first half of Saturday night. Then it's right back to the drier conditions. So dew points are going to be creeping up, mid-60s tomorrow, and then Saturday is the most humid day with dew points near 70. Sunday will start a little muggy, but the dew points are falling through the 50s as the day goes on, and then it's right back to that September feel as we go through most, if not all, of next week. Not much going on in the tropics. We continue to track this potential storm. It is a cluster of thunderstorms, and it's suspicious and has the potential here to strengthen into either a tropical depression, tropical storm, eventually maybe even a hurricane as it's tracked out to move its way across the Atlantic, which it has been doing. This track here, this cone of uncertainty, has actually been dipping a little further south, so this may end up in the Caribbean, but that still wouldn't be for another week or so to go. We are approaching the peak of the hurricane season, which actually is the middle of September, but of course we ramp up to it, and then the chances of storms begin to decline. But the bulk of the activities from August 20th through October 10th, so we are in the heart of things now. Next named storm would be Gabrielle. All right, we're sitting at 80 in Springfield, 75 right now in Worcester, in Boston 72 with little sea breezes there. The dew points up just a little bit in the mid-50s, which isn't bad. Notice a little orange showing up here, indicating then a little mugginess with dew points climbing. And again, we are out ahead of a cold front, which is off to the west. So right now we're just noticing some of the cumulus clouds. Here's the front, actually has some severe weather associated with it. These yellow boxes indicating severe thunderstorm warnings. We have this area of low pressure. Now the front's going to head our way. A lot of the activity, at least some of the activity, is going to fall apart before it makes its way into western Mass. So we're only expecting maybe a couple of showers. Best chance of downpours and maybe some thunder would be across Berkshire County, although we're not expecting severe weather with this system for us anyway. So this is how it's going to play out. I think at 8 o'clock, we're still rain-free. We'll be tracking those downpours off to the west. They make their way into Berkshire County between about 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. and then down into the valley around midnight or so. But notice how it's really falling apart. So we're only expecting maybe some scattered showers. And notice the lows on the 60s. Not nearly as cool as it has been. Mild and muggy as the dew points continue to come up. So tomorrow we're going to begin our day with clouds. Then the sun's going to come out and readings come up into the low to mid 80s with dew points in the mid 60s. So it's going to feel more like August tomorrow. So rain totals in the valley less than 1/10 of an inch. A couple of tenths more across Berkshire County with the front. New drought monitor came out this morning. Very little if any change to the drought monitor here in western Mass. We still have a moderate drought up along Route 2. And notice, that was last week, this is this week. Notice how it's filled in across southern Vermont and New Hampshire. So probably not a lot of beneficial rain tonight, but we could get some beneficial rains late Saturday into Saturday night. That'd be the second front that comes through. This front that's heading our way tonight is going to fall apart. It's never going to make its way through. Hence, we're going to be muggy tomorrow with temperatures in the low to mid 80s, upper 70s across the hill town. So here's that front coming through tonight. As it dissipates, then tomorrow we'll have a lot of sunshine most of the day, starting with some clouds, but then the sun prevails. And then here comes that front. I'll have to put some pause points in here, but the front comes through slowly late Saturday night with some heavy downpours and perhaps a few thunderstorms. Also expecting that we are under a marginal threat for severe weather on Saturday. This is just updated by the Storms Prediction Center. So Saturday may end up being a first alert weather day for us. So again, that is your next weather maker as that front comes through. Again, all the heat and humidity out ahead of it. Now, there's not as much energy. The sun angle isn't quite as high, so we probably won't, we're not going to hit 90, but we're going to be well into the 80s if we have enough sunshine. Either way, it's going to be very humid. If we're cloudy most of the day, then it's 70s, but it's semantics really, because the humidity is going to be way up there, and that will squeeze out the moisture in the atmosphere. Now, this is going to be slow to move out, so we may start Sunday with clouds and damp conditions, but as the day goes on, we're going to see improvement on your for your Sunday. So rain totals, it's not going to be much off to the east. We're going to be right on the back edge of it here. So still kind of up in the air at this point, but we're thinking half an inch on the low end, maybe an inch and a half on the high end, with the bulk of it after about 3 or 4 o'clock on Saturday up to about midnight Saturday night or going into Sunday morning. So a little muggy tomorrow. It is going to be muggy tomorrow. I think dew points will be in the mid-60s. Dew points spike on Saturday. Down they go Sunday, Monday, and as we go into Tuesday, there's your Saturday, 80 to 85, warm and humid with that afternoon rain and a few thunderstorms. And then Sunday, damp early, sun and clouds in the afternoon, cooler, drier as dew points are falling, a nice refreshing breeze. By the way, tomorrow night, Free Music Friday is the last one of the year. Aquanet will be performing. Sundown actually before they takes the stage. So it'll be in the mid-70s. It'll be comfortable. I mean, we're going to have that muggy feel, but the sun will be going down, and really, it should be a nice evening to be out there on the patio. You might need the light jacket. Probably not, though, as the temperatures tomorrow night don't go down much. 60s by Saturday morning. That front comes through in the afternoon. We'll highlight Saturday red, because I do think it may end up being a first alert weather day with the severe chances. And then behind the front, look at this. Beautiful all the way through, leading up to the Big E, with daytime highs in the lower 70s, nighttime lows down into the 40s, dare I say maybe even some upper 30s. At some point, a weak front might come through here, either late Wednesday or Thursday, that might kick up a shower. That's about it. But what it'll do is it'll probably cool us back further as we head into your Friday, which is the beginning of the Big E. Long way out, but so far so good for the first weekend of the Big E. So I think the best chance of rainfall, really widespread rain, is going to be late Saturday, Saturday evening, Saturday night. But again, it's going to come with some downpours and maybe the chance of a couple of thunderstorms that could be on the strong to severe side as well. All right, that's a look at your forecast. We'll see you at 4 o'clock, of course, with all of today's news and more weather. We'll see you then. Have a great afternoon.